They said this country was too divided, too disillusioned to ever come together around a common purpose. But on this January night, at this defining moment in history, you have done what the cynics said we couldn't do. You have done what America can do in this new year, 2008.
The one thing that's clear from the results in Iowa tonight is the status quo lost and change won.
And tonight, it starts here in Iowa, but it doesn't end here. It goes all the way through the other states and ends at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue 1 year from now.
I just don't want to see us fall backwards. You know, so, you know, this is very personal for me.
I listened to you, and in the process, I found my own voice.
Rudy Giuliani, there's only three things he mentioned in a sentence, a noun and a verb and 9/11. I mean, there's nothing else.
The language of it is the people shall be secure. But see now, this is my wife calling, I think. Hello, dear. I'm talking to the members of the NRA right now. Would you like to say hello?
Ronald Reagan won in Massachusetts. Both times he ran. How did he do that? He had a stool he sat on that had three legs. One was a strong military, strong economy, keeping our taxes down, and strong families and strong family values.
Thank you.
That's the stool with all three legs. I speak about three legs to the Republican stool, and he talks about a two-legged stool. I think we're better if we have a three-legged stool. I want to ask you to explain one other thing, Governor, if I can. You talked about this three-legged stool.
Who let the dogs out? Who? Thanks, guys.
Jesse Jackson won South Carolina twice, in '84 and '88. And he ran a good campaign, and Senator Obama's run a good campaign.
For the first time in my adult lifetime, I'm really proud of my country.
I'm proud of my country. I don't know about you if you heard those words earlier. I'm very proud of my country.
I called Senator McCain a few moments ago. It looks pretty apparent tonight that he will, in fact, achieve 1,191 delegates to become the Republican nominee.
Al-Qaeda is going back into Iran and receiving training and are coming back into Iraq from Iran. That's well known.
You said that the Iranians were training Al-Qaeda.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Iranians are training extremists, not Al-Qaeda. Not Al-Qaeda. I'm sorry.
The feeling most people get when they hear a Barack Obama speech, I felt this thrill going up my leg. I mean, I don't have that too often.
Steady.
If anybody saw Saturday Night Live, you know, maybe we should ask Barack if he's comfortable and needs another pillow.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. Who do you want answering the phone?
He's a politician. I'm a pastor. We speak to two different audiences. And he says what he has to say as a politician. I say what I have to say as a pastor.
Well, this isn't exactly the party I'd planned, but I sure like the company.
I'm here with Senator Lindsey Graham, and we just had the opportunity of having lunch at Schmitz Saatchi's house.
In about half an hour, Senator Obama is going to speak in Berlin. Here in front of a German restaurant. Is this just happy coincidence, or are you trying to make a point?
Well, I'd love to give a speech in Germany to a political speech or a speech that maybe the German people would be interested in.
I know that for more than 2 centuries, we have strived at great cost and great sacrifice to form a more perfect union, to seek with other nations a more hopeful world. The scale of our challenge is great. The road ahead will be long. But I come before you to say that we are heirs to a struggle for freedom. We are a people of improbable hope, with an eye towards the future, with resolve in our heart. Let us remember this history and answer our destiny and remake the world once again.
They're her favorite.
Like here?
We like the big ones. Oh, actually, if you could grab one of those, that would be perfect. You can take those on the go. Thank you.
And what's the difference here?
Now those are...
I'm here first
to support Barack Obama. And
tonight I say to the people of America, to Democrats and Republicans and independents across this great land, enough. This moment.
My friends and fellow Americans, I am very pleased and very privileged to introduce to you Governor Sarah Palin of the great state of Alaska.
Do you agree with the Bush doctrine?
In what respect, Charlie?
The Bush, well, what do you interpret it to be?
His worldview?
When it comes to establishing your worldview, I was curious, what newspapers and magazines did you regularly read before you were tapped for this to stay informed and to understand the world?
I've read most of them, again, with a great appreciation for the press, for the media.
But like what ones specifically, I'm curious that you...
all of them, any of them that have been in front of me over all these years. I have a vast variety of sources.
Tomorrow morning, I'll suspend my campaign and return to Washington after speaking at the Clinton Global Initiative.
And our people here were told it's so serious he's getting on a plane immediately and racing back to Washington. And now we've just been told, here, take a look. Do we have it on the thing? This is going live. This area is right there.
He was imbued with a
Doesn't seem to be racing to the airport, does he? Hey, John, I got a question. You need a ride to the airport?
You know who voted for it? Might never know. That one. You know who voted against it?
Just the example of the eloquence of Senator Obama. He's health of the mother. You know, that's been stretched by the pro-abortion movement in America to mean almost anything.
I'm standing right now in front of the home of Joe Wurzelbacher, also known now by people across the country as Joe the Plumber.
Oh, the plumber said it sounded to him like socialism. Now is not the time to experiment with socialism.
How is Senator Obama not being a Marxist if he intends to spread the wealth around?
Are you joking? Is this a joke?
Joe's with us today. Joe, where are you? Where is Joe? Is Joe here with us today? Joe, I thought you were here today. All right.
The stakes are too high to divide us by class and region and background, by who we are or what we believe. Because despite what our opponents may claim, there are no real or fake parts of this country. There's no city or town that's more pro-America than anywhere else. We're one nation, all of us proud, all of us patriots.
Senator Obama's supporters have been saying some pretty nasty things about Western Pennsylvania lately. And you know, I couldn't agree with them more. I couldn't disagree with you. I couldn't agree with you more than the fact that Western Pennsylvania is the most patriotic, most God-loving, most patriotic part of America, and this is a great part of the country.
After decades of broken politics in Washington, after 8 years of failed policies from George W. Bush, you don't need to boo, you just need to vote. After 21 months of a campaign that has taken us from the rocky coast of Maine to the sunshine of California, we are one day away from changing America. One day.